Hello. In this video, we're gonna add the styles button here, and we're gonna render the sidebar contents dynamically. As an example, if we click this, then you are gonna see styles, which is different content. At the same time, if you click here, then you're gonna see the page configuration. So you can make the sidebar dynamic. Of course, we have encountered the Shadcn sidebar limitation, but we were able to solve it. Another note is when we click this toggle buttons, you probably see our search param changes, right? This is the solution rendering the component inside of a sidebar dynamically. If you like this kind of content, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Now let's have fun. Let's try to add the style button here. We're gonna go to root layout. We have a header. Inside of the header, we have back button. The back button is here, right? Next to here, I'm gonna create one additional button. I'm gonna start with the div tag and style it. Here, adding the button, I'm gonna call it styles. Then you're gonna see button let's style. I'm gonna give class name flex items center and give some gap to 8. And primary is not looking great, so I'm gonna change that to secondary. Variant secondary. Yeah, looking good. Now, when I try to use the sidebar button like here, I cannot use the hook. Let me just try it out. So use sidebar. The hook is to get all different functionality of the sidebar here. So let's say if I do toggle here. So toggle, when we click this button, on click toggle sidebar. It's gonna say, hey, your user sidebar must be used in the sidebar provider. Then what if I move this guy to the root layout? Then we're gonna face a problem. That is because it has some wrapper styling. It's not gonna work when I move it. Let's move. Anyway, we're gonna move it eventually. Maybe we don't need to wrap the toaster. Yeah. And default open, I'm gonna move it too. Okay. So here, let's move it. And this one, let's delete this guy, just making it clean. So here we're getting the cookie and then get the sidebar state. Let's make it as an async so that it's going to be working fine with the await. Let's delete this guy and see what's going to happen. Okay, we have sidebar. I'm gonna give fragment. Yeah, as you can see, this one breaks. That's no good. Not to get impacted like this, I have a little solution. Inside here, I want to take this one out and then create another component called function sidebar wrapper. So this wrapper will have JSX section separately. Okay, so this way I can have a little bit more flexibility than how it was. I'm gonna delete this guy. Instead, I'm gonna have one property, children, react node here. And let's remove these classes and the props. So I'm gonna have just children, just like other context provider. I would have props that is class name. Maybe we can get all the power that div tag has. Components props and then div tag. So then we should be able to receive class name, style, children, and dot props. Okay, so looking good. And then this is our props need to be exported all the way down here. Yeah, so looking good. Then I can just have wrapper here. So sidebar wrapper, looking good. Then it's not gonna break anymore. Let's take a look. It works exactly the same. At the same time, I can have power of the hook that I can use, and my UI doesn't get broken. And then I want to differentiate when we click this and this. I decided to use some search params here. So if I just have sidebar, maybe styles, then I'm gonna render style related content. If it's pages, then I'm gonna open pages related ones. That is my plan. Let's just try that. Somewhat I need to add this search params. How can I add it? The way I can do here is I'm gonna go to header here. When on click happens, I don't want to just call sidebar. I'm gonna have const handle click. When I do the handle click, we want to do toggle sidebar. So here, I want search param to be added. To update URL over the browser, you need to have router from useRouter navigation. With this one, we can either push or replace the URL. I'm gonna replace URL with the existing path name, and I'm gonna give question mark, then give the search prompt like sidebar styles, like that. When I do that, take a look, it changes. Let's just try one more. If I just delete this one, when I click this, sidebar styles. At the same time, when I close the sidebar, I want to remove this guy. Then somehow we need to know if our search param has sidebar or not. So we need to get the search params. We have search params hook, okay? So search params. Next.js provides, the way you can do is const sidebar param. You can get from search param. Here I'm gonna get the sidebar, okay? If the sidebar param is equal to styles, then I want to remove the search param. How can I do that? The problem here is I'm supposed to be able to delete, but as you can see, I cannot. That is because this guy is read-only. So to make it mutable, you can create mutable search params. The way you can do is this. I'm gonna have params, and we're gonna create new URL search params. Path search params. Looking good. Then you can get the sidebar param. At the same time, you can delete the params. So the sidebar. Otherwise, I'm gonna add the sidebar. So params set sidebars with the value of styles. Then you don't need it to hard code here. You can say params dot toString. Instead of toggling, now I'm gonna be a little bit more explicit here. I'm gonna get the set open instead. When I delete, I'm gonna close. And when I add the sidebar params, I'm gonna open the sidebar. Now let's take a look. Looking good, looking good. With that, I'm gonna render here dynamically, okay? So when I have a styles, let's go to the project sidebar. I can get the search params here. So I'm gonna just copy paste and get the search params. But when you use the hook, it gotta be client component. So use client. Then with this, I'm gonna do this, okay? So here, page related ones, I'll be rendering dynamically. How? Here, search params dot get sidebar. If that sidebar search param is equal to pages, then we render the page related ones. Okay, we need a fragment here. On the other hand, I'm gonna copy paste it. If the sidebar search param is styles, then I'm going to render styles here. So div tag plus styles. Let's take a look, okay? So currently it shows the styles. Then how can I show the pages? Maybe for now, if it's not styles, then you open that. When you click this, it's fine. When it's a style that changes, this one is just a toggle. So somehow it's not very good experience. So we need to apply this adjusting the search params with this toggle button too. Okay, so let's go here. If you go to let's go to layout here. We have project header. In the project header, we have a menu, which is this guy. Okay, so when this guy is clicked, I want to add exactly the same logic here. So what I want to do is copy pasting it. Okay, we're gonna do exactly the same. Okay, and then we need to get the search params to get the search params. So, and then instead of toggle, we can get the set open, and then we can handle the click here. It's going to be exactly the same logic, but content will be different. So here, instead of styles, I'm gonna change it to pages. If it's a pages search param, we're gonna remove the sidebar. Otherwise, we're gonna add pages search params. we need to get the path name too. So let's get the path name here. Let's try now. So when I do that now, oh, something is off. It says next to router. I didn't import the router here. Router from this is wrong. So I'm gonna import useRouter here and then import from next to navigation for sure. Then it should be fine. So now let's take a look. Sidebar is styles. Change the pages. And then when I click one more, it closes. And then when I click styles, it changes, and then I can close. Okay. So I think this one is a pretty good experience, I would say. That we can render styles related, such as global theme change. For now, I'm gonna wrap this one up. This was the problem that I want to solve. If you think this is a good way to do, leave the comments and then give me some kudos. Otherwise, give me some feedback to correct my mistake here. Okay. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.